All right, so we get a lot of common asked questions. Some of them are about chairs. I did a video recently about our chairs, and so today what we're going to do is actually show you how to re-web the chairs once they come to that point. This is pretty typical, actually. This is off of our display. It's been out there for years, so this is going to have a lot of mold and mildew on it. This one doesn't squeak at that point yet, so it's not a huge problem. I actually consider this stuff to be camouflage. This doesn't actually worry me at all. It's once it starts to squeak that you're going to want to replace this webbing. And again, to emphasize, as I did in the previous video, animals almost never chew into our chairs. It's really a non-existent issue. It's after many, many, many years that this stuff is going to dry out. And once you go to shift your weight, it's going to squeak where these webbings come together. So that's when you're going to want to replace it. And we're going to give you a how-to right now on how to do that. So the supplies you're going to need, it's going to come with webbing. You're going to get a roll of webbing, not pre-cut. Do not cut this. You do not want to pre-cut any of this. You need the tag end to pull on. If you pre-cut it, you've got nothing to grab onto and pull tight. So keep it the way that it is. You're going to need some scissors. You're going to need a nail. It's going to come with some more self-tapping screws. Screw gun, Phillips head on that. And you're going to need some water. The water is to put the webbing into. You're going to put the webbing into the water, get it completely soaked, let it stay in there for 10 or 15 minutes. What that's going to do is it's going to get it all wet and make it more pliant. You're going to make it more stretchable. So at the end of the whole thing, you're going to web this as tight as you possibly can, and once it dries, it's actually going to stretch it, make it that much more tight at that point. So that's the reason why you're going to soak it, pre-soak it, 10 or 15 minutes max. No big deal on that, but make sure you do get that wet. Okay, so we've taken the webbing out of the water. It was in there for 10 or 15 minutes, so it's very wet at this point. We've already done one strap on here. But one thing that I do want to point out is that when you're using the screws, put your screw gun in reverse to get it through the fabric. If you have it going forward, it's going to spin that around and it's going to make the fabric go crazy, so you don't want to do that. Put it in reverse to get it through the fabric first, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch down from the end of the fabric. You don't want too much of a loose end on the end. So you'll go ahead and get that first one in. It's easy to find that hole at this point because you can see everything right now. But once you get it around the back side and you're going to pull it back up, now you can't see this hole anymore. So this is where you're going to use that nail to find the hole, make it easier to find that hole. And then you're going to pull this as tight as you possibly can before you screw it in. That's why it's a two-person job. Go ahead. Go ahead, just screw it in. If you miss the hole, it's a self-tapping screw, so you're just going ahead and making another hole. You can find the hole, you can make a new hole, it really doesn't actually matter. So this one's nice and tight, and it's gonna make it even more tight as it dries up, so that'll be good. And then you're gonna cut it again about 1/2, 3/4 of an inch. You don't want to leave too much in there, but you don't want it not enough. You don't want this to rip right out, so you want to leave enough so that it does not rip out. And now we're just going to keep going in the same direction until that direction is completed. Okay, so on this one, the only thing I really want to say is when you're going in the opposite direction, I've seen the guy that did it the wrong way, you do want to weave it in and out of the opposite direction. I had somebody that actually just put it on there, went straight across. I mean, I'm sure it was fine, don't get me wrong, but if you want to technically do it the right way, the way we do it at the factory, you're going to weave it in between these two sections. And then when you go to do the next one up here, do it the opposite. If you went over this one first and then under, go under and then over. Just do it the opposite of whatever configuration you did the previous one, and repeat that process the whole way up. So there you go. Now you see how to re-web a chair. This thing is in brand new condition. The one thing we didn't actually talk about, if you have a torch or a lighter or something, you're going to want to singe the ends of these things. The fraying on the end will just get worse if you don't singe that off. Get rid of all the fraying out there. But that's how you re-web a chair. We used to take about 7 minutes when we had good practice at this. It's mechanized a little bit at this point, but it was 100% done by hand with 2 people back in the day, about 7 minutes. It'll probably take you 15 or 20 minutes to get this thing done. But once you do, you're going to have a brand new chair, no squeaks in it. It's going to last for many more years to come. Thank you very much for supporting our little company.